It's time. It's time for the Ump Show. We got a couple of things that have happened that I think are really interesting that we wanted to talk about. Let's just go in this order. The first thing that happened, this is incredibly controversial, and the entire world, the baseball world, is up in arms one way or the other. I feel like about this. The Rockies walk it off on a pitch clock violation. Brad, will you roll the tape? We've got a bases loaded scenario. Bottom of the ninth, Washington 7, Colorado 7. Colorado's at the plate. Pitch clock violation. Go to first base. You get to come in.
Jake Cave scores. But I don't understand the controversy because if you look at the very beginning of the video, right there, boom, 0. He is still set. Like,
they gave him, if anything, a little extra.
He gave him quite a bit of grace there. I'm surprised that Hunter Wendelstedt didn't just like run out there immediately and get it. Like, he let him break and then pitch. And so it's like, it's an obvious pitch clock violation. He made the right call, and I'm sorry, but you should have been a little bit more aware of the situation. Your catcher should have been a little bit more aware of the situation to like, dude, come on, let's go. You got to pitch the ball, right?
Yeah.
Or call time. I don't know
what his time. That's what I was.
I don't know what his disengage situation was like at the time, but his catcher should have been helping him out there as well. So I feel like 2 brain farts there on the Nats. You're going to lose a game, and that's why the Nats lose games. Bad teams, games, crappy ways.
Check it out, right? Here's the thing. Roll the tape again. I wish we had a pause function. You'll see the bases are loaded bottom of the ninth. It's a 3-2 count, Brad. Watch this. Ball outside the zone. He's going to walk him anyway. You're either going to get a pitch clock violation to end the game on a walk-off, or you're going to walk in the winning runner anyway. So either way, Finnegan blew it.
Well, and to be fair,
I
had the same thought too, as far as him throwing a ball there. It's like, in his defense, maybe the umpire running out from behind home plate messed him up, and that's why he threw a ball. So we don't know necessarily if it would have been a ball had that pitch counted, because we don't know what would have happened. But either way, pitch clock violation, ball 4, game over. And now, the only other time I think we've seen this happen is during spring training. And people are like, this won't happen this season.
This is the first time in Major League Baseball history that a game has walked off on a pitch clock violation. Now, this guy, Finnegan, forget his first name suddenly, but he leads the league with 9 pitch clock violations this season. 9.
Finnegan.
Kyle, thank you. He leads the league. That's a lot of pitch clock violations. If it was going to happen to anybody, it was going to happen to you. I'm not sad. All of you who are up in arms about this, I hate to break it to you, you're wrong. I know nobody wants to. I'm with you. I don't want to see games decided on a pitch clock violation. I don't want that either. But
you know how else? You know how else I don't want to see games decided? Borderline check swings, but it happens.
Exactly. Bingo.
That's baseball season. So
that's baseball season. Here we are. But so we agree with you, but also that's the rule. Okay. Next, Juan Soto was punched out on a denied timeout request. Here's another one that people are up in arms about. Here we go. Set, timeout, walks out of the box. He's like, nah, man. No, he's like, what are you doing? I call timeout. What do you do? He's like, I don't have to give you timeout. First of all, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to grant. I'm a Yankees fan. I don't have to grant you timeout. Second of all,
end of argument.
Right.
Yeah. I don't have to grant you timeout. It's not a guarantee when you put your hand up and call timeout. It's not a guarantee that you get time.
No.
Nope.
Now, here's the other thing I will say. And let me make this very clear. I'm a Yankees fan. I love Juan Soto. I think he's fantastic. He needs to be a Yankee for the rest of his career. Everybody wins. Everybody. Not even you people that hate the Yankees. Okay? Now listen. Not only does the umpire not owe you anything, but if I'm the umpire and you throw up your hand and then dip out of the box before the pitch has even reached the thing, I'm going to punch you out just to teach you a lesson, you crybaby. You entitled dweeb. Get in the box, do your job, play the game. That's what I'm saying. That was such a lowbrow, unprofessional thing to do that he deserves to be punched out. And go cry to Aaron Boone, who came out there and didn't defend him almost at all. He just stood in the way.
Yeah.
He just stood in the way. He was like, all right, get out of here. Get out of here.
You know what it was? You know what it was? It was entitlement. He was
That's
expecting
exactly what
star
it is.
treatment, is what it was.
I just said that. He's an entitled
Yeah.
dweeb. You knock it off.
Yeah.
You don't get to act like that. Especially if you're going to put on the pinstripes. You are expected to live a higher standard as a Yankee because A, we are better than everybody else. Yes, I said it. That's what goes on in the clubhouse, okay? You're expected to live a higher standard, and you are the face or the second, one of the faces of the franchise right now. You do not get to hang out outside the box when the pitch is on its way and expect somebody to do you a favor. Shut up. Go sit down. If that was, I am mad. Okay. I'm so mad.
Love it so much. Edwin Diaz got ejected.
Yeah, he got ejected for sticky stuff.
Oh man.
This is amazing. And I slowed the video way down so we could see it.
Okay, yeah. So
that's
here
Vic
he is. He was coming in for the bottom of the ninth, and look at his hands all sorts of dark. And I understand you get rosin, sweat, and some dirt. It's gonna look dirty, but
not like that.
That looked a little bit dark, like pine tar.
Yeah, that looked like you were doing auto repair, and you got gunk all over your hands. You know what I mean? And you're like, that stuff's not coming off for a while.
You need that orange stuff.
Like. The orange stuff. That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that. No, yeah, absolutely right. And the guys on Foul Territory were talking about it, and even Eric Kratz was like, looks a little bit like how when guys would use spider tack, part of the ball leather would come off on their fingers.
Exactly. That's
so. And Diaz came out and he's like, I haven't done anything different. It's like, cool. But you didn't say it was just rosin. So have you been getting
away? You haven't done anything different. I've been using spider tack the whole time.
Legit break. He did not. I was waiting for him. I watched the interview. I was waiting for him to be like, I just use rosin every time. That's all it was. That's what I use every time. It's just rosin. But he just said, I didn't do anything different. I use the same thing I always use. Like, so are you saying that whatever you've been using has gotten past checks and then suddenly it didn't?
That's what it sounds like.
Vic Carapazza. And the thing that I thought was funny, because I watched this live. This was Brig literally like, I don't know, I guess I watched more of this game. I was kind of in and out, but I actually sat down and watched this part of the game because Diaz was coming in and the umpires were just like, man, I'm kind of like, I don't want to toss you because of who you are in this high leverage situation, but you got to go, bro.
Yeah, baseball family, in case you missed it, they didn't even let him throw a pitch. This was before he entered the bottom of the ninth. Gameplay had yet to resume. Yeah. I say good for Major League Baseball. I don't often say that, but I say good for them this time. Good for the umpires.
Yeah, so he's like the 8th or 9th guy to be suspended. So he got suspended 10 games because that's the standard punishment, right? Like it came across everybody's news feed today like it was a big deal. Like, oh, Edwin Diaz suspended 10 games. Of course he was. That's the punishment for this. Everybody knows that.
Great.
But 3 of those guys have been Mets pitchers.
That's what I was just going to say. Ouch.
Something going. Do they need to get new rosin bags? Do they need to check them for stuff in their bullpen? I don't know.
They might need to get something because Steve Cohen wants to win. I'm telling you that right now.
And you're not going to win with your best reliever missing 10 games. Although I will say they might not need him because the Mets have been scorching hot right now. So
it's true.